Welcome to KDKW-DB Radio. I'm your host, D.S. Wall. And before I continue, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and make sure you like, subscribe, and share my show. Today, we're not going to talk about R&B music because even though on this show, we like to bring love back to R&B music, today we're going to talk about some hip-hop because when I thought that this debate on this particular song was over, it's not. And I wavered back and forth. I'm going to do this video about Young Miami Spin That because, I only like to talk about R&B, but I think it's time for me to share my thoughts, my opinion on it, because I grew up in those times where, every song, hip hop song was controversial back in the day. And it really is no different from today. So Young Miami made the hottest song in the summer and Spin That. And it depends on what side of the fence you're on. You either like it or you don't like it. If you like it because either Young Miami is your favorite artist or you like it because the song is hot. Now, let me give you some of the lyrics. I ain't going to read all of it, because I still got some elders who watch this show. So I'm not going to give you guys the whole lyrics of the song, but where all my scamming ass niggas at? Where they at? Spend that money. Boy, go in that go yard bag, boosting bitches. Where you at? Where you all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag just to flip it. Pop some tags. Hustlers. Girls. Go in that go yard bag. And then, she says, I like a gangster ass nigga that make more than 10 figures. Yeah, I'm a down ass bitch. Ride with you in the splat. Like I said, I was going to read some of it. I ain't going to read all of it. I don't have a problem with any artist making any song. I don't have a problem with Young Miami making Spin That because you know what? I heard worse. I listened to worse. I'm naming some other artists that I listened to who made controversial songs that we still vibe to today. I won't criticize Young Miami for making that song. Because let's keep it real, she's a mother too. She got to make bank. She got to make money. Her record label expect her to put out a hit song, and she did. And my whole point is I understand where the other side coming from. We have to be better. We have to make better music. We're trying to change the narrative about the Black community, and especially when it comes to our artists and our entertainers. We are trying to change the narrative because we always get put in a bad light about us. The thing is about this song, about any other song that was made in the past. If you NWA, Ghetto Boy, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Two Live Crew, based in Miami. I mean, how many times we was all bumping to Snoop Dogg, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, or NWA, don't man, just don't bite it. How many songs that we had listened to in the past or the present day that we hear from male hip hop artists calling women bitches and sluts and hoes, go out here and working, killing people? How many times back in the day have someone like around my age or older was listening to the Ghetto Boys, My Mind Playing Tricks, or The Mind of a Lunatic? But this young lady made a song about Spin That, about scamming niggas, scamming men, scamming women. Sorry for my language. And we get to an uproar about this song because kids are listening to this song. And they are absolutely right. I seen a YouTube video on a school bus full of young children was vibing and singing this song from word on their school bus. And I'm talking about the explicit version of this song. You see teenagers listen to this song in the streets, at home. You have grown adults who are vibing and listen to this song in their cars, at work, at the barbershop, wherever they may be. Just like back in the day, the artists I just named. What needs to be said and what needs to be done is, if you're a parent or if you're a role model, this is your opportunity to step in and say, hey, you have to educate your children, your kids about this song, about what it means, and educate them and tell them, hey, don't do that. Don't do what this song is telling you to do. It's just a song. You have to teach and you have to explain this to your kids. Now, I can sit here and tell you, I guarantee you, Young Miami kids ain't doing that. Her kids ain't listening to this song. Her kids are not out here trying to scam or nothing. And she, in the interview, I think she said her son is about 13 years old, so he understands the music that she is making. But I guarantee you that she is educating and telling her son about what to do, what not to do, the do's and don'ts. That's called parenting. We can't stop our children from listening to the music that we don't want them to listen to because they're going to sneak out of the house. They're going to go in the garage. They're going to go on their friend's house. They're going to listen to it. They're going to hear it in school. They're going to hear it on the bus. They're going to hear it in the streets. They're going to hear it at home sometimes. If they're older siblings, they definitely gonna hear it. We can't be a hypocrite about this song. It's gotta take it what it is. She made the hot song of the summer. And this song is gonna help her put food on her table. This song is gonna make her a lot of money. And this is the type of song that her record label expect her to make. A hot song so they can bring in money. That's what all it is, money. And it's a song. But as parents, we had to teach our kids, we got to educate our kids about songs like this. Because I remember, back in the day, like I said, I listened to Ghetto Boys, I listened to NWA, Dr. Dre, Esham, and you name them. I listened to all of them. They were all horrible music. They were all demonic bad music. My mother said that, but my mother also explained, well, lyrics are lyrics. You ask any artist, songs are songs. But India Ari is right, because she has taken a lot of criticism for what she said, and she has every right to say what she said. She just want to remind young Miami that words are powerful. The words of that song is powerful, because you're going to have some people, you're going to have some teenagers, some kids who is going to try to scam men, women, whatever. They're going to try it. That's where we come in at. As parents, where we come in at to stop that. So I'm pretty sure and confident knowing that young Miami know that her words are powerful, and she know that the song that she put out is it's very catchy, very powerful words, and very influential. She knows this. Every artist knows this about their music. She understands what we need to do is that we need to stop being double standard. She's going to make the music she's going to make, but it's up to us as parents, as people, to educate our children about the songs that they listen. I seen that Trick Daddy came to a fence. Young Miami, she ain't need nobody come to her rescue. She did not. Again, I give Trick Daddy a little bit of credit for sticking up for Young Miami, but the way you came at India Irene and criticized her for expressing her opinion, expressing that what she think and she feel about the song, and we talking about another artist out here who makes good music for the culture. And then you got, Trick Daddy was wrong what he said about India Irene. He made it too personal. That's the problem. Like, every time we express our displeasure about something we don't like, the next person will make it personal for no reason. Instead of just saying, okay, I hear you, I understand, but you don't got to criticize the lady looks. So I'm going to read this little statement here, because India Irene did an interview on Comedy. And, she stands by what she said. And she clarified this. She doesn't think people should boycott Miami's rising hit, but she goes to think listeners need to be more aware of what they're supporting. She also used the opportunity to celebrate the 20th anniversary of her third studio album, Testimony Volume 1, Life and Relationship, but stressed that it was wrongfully reported that she was the one calling for a boycott of the song. I did not call for a boycott. I commented on someone's thread calling for a boycott. She said, I think people should learn how to do what's best for them. That's what I want for people. I want you to have an understanding of what's good for you and have the love for yourself to do it. That's what I want. But also, who cares what I want for you? I know what I want for me, and I do what's best for me. I think people just need to make choices for themselves. And India.Arie responded and suggested that she's not a fan of Spin That either. I spent my entire adult life caring way too much, she wrote, because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C, and she is right. And explaining it to them, it's not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. She also addressed, the recent comments about the late Clive Davis and a series of posts on the thread after his death on June 22nd, 1994. She is right. Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. Do what you want. But don't come at this queen for expressing how she doesn't like the song. She's not a fan of the song. If you're a fan of the song, that's fine. And trust me, nobody's going to boycott this song. Young Miami's viral 2026 Summer Smash Spin That has generated an estimate 1.5 to 2 million in total revenue all across platforms as of July of 2027. If you don't think that Uptown Records is happy that she has generated $1.5 to $2 million so far, and you think they're happy, they are ecstatic. And they know these numbers are going to continue to go up. So we need to get off our high horses and stop criticizing Young Miami song Spin That. And let's get back to teaching and telling our kids about these songs and let them know that you can't let these songs influence you to do things out here in these streets. Can't. We have to get back to doing that. It's not Young Miami's job to do that. And the bottom line, as long as she continues to make songs and hits like this, I mean, her, like I said, her record label is happy. I mean, look, she made songs like CFWM, Can't Fuck With Me, Tea Time, Newsflash, Don't Play With It, Remix, and Rap Freaks. Again, Uptown Records is very, very happy the songs that Young Miami made. And as long as she keep bringing them money, they're going to continue to want her to make songs like this. So instead of looking at the artists, maybe we need to start looking at the record labels as well, because they have no issues with it. She has no issue with it. And a lot of her fan base don't have no problem with it. Now, like I said, that's not my type of music, but I'm not going to hate on it. Because again, it feeds her and it feeds her family. It takes care of her family. So unless Young Miami gonna come out and gonna say she gonna change her ways, she's not gonna make music like this anymore, and that she's gonna make better music because that's what she wants to do. Expect to see more music like this, not just from Young Miami. There's gonna be other artists who's gonna continue to make music like this and gonna try to put out the hot song next year in 2027. We just have to be better at educating and teaching our children about these type of songs. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been KDKW-DB Radio. I am your host, D. Oswald. Thank you for your time. And remember, please like, subscribe, and share my show. It helps a brother out in the algorithm. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace and love.